Any word from Willis?
Still missing. He hasn't been home or checked in with the office. I heard something on the way down about a mutilation.
Yeah. 3 fingers on Dupre's left hand were severed by surgical shears. We lifted prints. They're Willis's.
He said he was chasing this guy for almost a year.
Yeah, he lived the case. It was all he ever thought about, talked about.
What are you thinking?
That maybe this is some kind of post-trauma psychosis. Like the way soldiers sometimes mutilate the body of a dead enemy.
That still doesn't explain why he would just vanish. Dupre's partner. Who was she? Lula Phillips.
They met while she was serving a 10-year sentence for manslaughter at the Women's Correctional Facility in Maryland.
He was a prison guard.
Until the warden found out about their secret. According to Lula's cellmate, they carried on quite a torrid romance.
Says here she was released on May 2nd, 1993.
1 week before the first robbery at Annapolis Savings and Loan. A 65-year-old female teller was pistol whipped. Died from a massive subdural hemorrhage, all because she didn't put the money in the bag fast enough.
Lovely couple.
Well, apparently they took turns. One pulling a job while the other one drove getaway. Between the two of them, they've killed 7 people and gotten away with close to $100,000.
That's a lot of money now that she doesn't have to split it 2 ways.
Well, we're putting her face out there. Local newspapers, America's Most Wanted. Am I boring you?
They were married.
Yeah, last May in Atlantic City. So what?
So I don't think this was a simple necrophiliac mutilation. Willis sliced and diced those fingers to get at the wedding ring.
Anybody here? Lula? Baby, baby, baby.
It's a left thumbprint.
You can see by these 2 bifurcations here that whoever was holding that cleaver was using his left hand.
What do you mean, whoever? It was Willis.
Willis is right-handed. I checked his pistol grip at the armory. But all the bank surveillance tapes show that Dupre is left-handed.
I'm not sure where you're going with this.
How long did Willis flatline before you revived him?
Just over 13 minutes.
This is the EKG strip that recorded his cardiac activity at the time. Now, in your medical opinion, what does that look like?
It could be anything. Instrument malfunction, electrical overload.
But what does it look like?
2 heartbeats.
Now, you said Dupre and Willis went into cardiac arrest at the exact same time, right?
Right.
Which means that for a period of minutes, both men were technically dead.
Technically, but we resuscitated Willis.
You resuscitated his body.
Mulder.
2 men died in that crash room, Scully. 1 man came back. The question is, which one?
What can you tell me about near-death experiences, Agent Scully?
The usual stuff. The tunnel, the light, people rising up and viewing their own bodies.
Then, as a scientist, how do you account for the phenomenon?
Some sort of dissociative hallucinatory activity.
Do you know that half of all the adults who have had a near-death experience cannot wear a watch? The increased electrical activity in their bodies renders the watches on their wrists inoperable. Now, I know it sounds kooky, but as any biologist will tell you, when cells die and genetic material begins to unfold, a tremendous charge of energy is released.
Dr. Barnes believes this burst of energy is responsible for the transformational nature of the experience.
And people do return from the event profoundly changed.
Changed how?
Personality shifts, perceived psychic abilities, increased zest for life.
What about the negative consequences?
Well, they're rare. But apparently in the process of dying, there is a window of time during which the body is vulnerable.
I don't understand.
Well, there was a pilot in my support group who died in the commuter plane crash along with his 3 passengers. This was a few years ago. Now, he recalls floating up in a brilliant aura of light and then feeling an overwhelming need to return to his body. He was revived in the ambulance on the way to the hospital, the only survivor. It was soon after that